Good morning from snowy Maine again. We were not expecting this, but let me show you the dusting of snow that the meteorologist called for, and you tell me if he was right or not. Got about 2 inches or so on the truck. We've got the dump trailer hooked on. We've got to go pick up a load of wood and go deliver it from one of the suppliers that cuts for us. So let's get this truck down the road and go get it loaded, I guess. It's snowing again. What's your new trailer look like when it's full of wood? I don't know. Let's find out. Isn't that nice? Covered. I mean covered in road crap from the snow. But we're over at our buddy John's place. What are we loading up today, Johnny?
Hey guys, we're loading up some ash.
Some ash for a customer. They wanted something that would burn, so we're gonna chuck the trailer as full as we can possibly get it. So sit tight. We'll do some stacking. Not. I don't know, it might be too windy. It might blow us over. I'll try it once. I'll try anything twice. If it blows over, I'll pick it up one more time. How's that?
I'm up there saying that wind gets picked up. It's almost looking conditions, really. Like 40 mile an hour winds.
Something like that.
Rain, snow, ice doesn't stop us.
No, just like the Postal Service. Rain, sleet, snow, the wood must go.
Yep.
Although I would have liked to stay in bed. It was kind of nasty out today.
Probably maneuver it around a lot better than the other one. Right?
Oh yeah. It dumped so much nicer with that piston on the front.
Yeah.
You don't even know there's any weight in it.
Yeah.
Felt it just. See, told you. I told you, it's windy. I'll bring you back when we're loaded. I don't want to keep picking you back up. So in just a day, we're back to the ice and the beard. But let me show you what 2-cord looks like on the new dump trailer. Gonna need some taller sides. We're gonna do this too much. So there we go. And on the back, I'll show you we have stacked, so that we can get the rest of it in. So the back is all stacked. We'll go see if this will come out of here. And we'll go get it delivered. If not, you give us a push, John.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, thanks for the wood, buddy. Appreciate it.
I am glad to help. Thank you.
So call me crazy or foolish, or maybe I'm both. I don't know. But we're out riding on some really nasty roads. They've put the salt rate to them, but it is slushy, it's slippery, the trailer's heavy. So you guys will be seeing quite a bit at John's wood yard. We're gonna buy cut and split from John, and we're also gonna deliver cut and split for John as well. So we'll be making plenty of trips over there throughout the spring, summer, and fall. John and I, we cut wood together in the past, and he does a good job. He's from the same mindset that Gramp and I are. You're done when the work is done. So it's really good to have another guy helping out. And we'll see if maybe, if everything works out just right, we can't get him an all-wood log splitter to run over there to help speed up his production a little bit too. The closer we get to our destination, the worse the roads are getting, and it's still snowing. I'm gonna call an executive decision and say this is the only delivery that we're doing today. And I just found out that we're also gonna have to back down probably about a 1/4 mile worth of road, because there's nowhere to turn this trailer around in this lady's yard. So we're gonna get to do some backing up too, which I don't mind. It is what it is, but it's a dirt road, so I'm hoping that the road is solid enough. Everything's been pretty soft and squishy up here, so we might be in for a little bit of an interesting delivery. All right guys, 2-cord dumps out easy. Every piece come out of the trailer. Didn't struggle. I don't record at customers' houses if I don't know them, because it's not polite. So we're getting ready to pull out. I'm going to show you the driveway we came down, or the road, and how far we backed. So here we go. We're coming out. We backed in the whole way down through here. Nice people. They were really pleased with the wood. They want a couple more cords of mixed green hardwood to start getting ready for next year. They're going to take 6-cord total. But we backed all the way down in here. Did a pretty good job. Stayed on the road. the road's actually fairly solid. It wasn't too bad at all, so we did a good job. That was a decent delivery, but I am glad to be done because the roads and weather are not nice today. So I think what we're gonna do is we'll go make some fire starters and we'll do some indoor stuff. All right, guys, so I'm gonna see if I can be the first one on YouTube to split wood on the kitchen table. Let me show you what we got going on. So we've got our Bilt Hard splitter in the box, and we're gonna unbox it because the wood box needs to be filled. So we're gonna split some wood, and we'll resplit some wood. We'll fill the wood box up, and we'll see how this little sucker works. All right, guys, so we've got the Bilt Hard splitter up on the kitchen table. We're going to unbox this. I'll bring you guys along for the unboxing so you can see exactly how it's packaged. This, I think, is going to be an excellent fit for anybody that's got a wood stove that just wants to split down a few small pieces and isn't looking to do a ton of production. I don't think this thing's going to be super quick, but I think it's going to be super handy. So let's unbox it. Let's see what we get. Let me go grab a pair of scissors. All right, so we got our scissors. Cut these straps, we'll cut the box. It's not real heavy. I was able to pick it up and carry it myself, so not terribly heavy, which is a good thing. But let's get this open, see what it looks like. So as always, got a few accessories here. Looks like we've got a manual and a handle of some sort. We'll figure out what that is in a minute. Got some styrofoam blocks in here. Smarter than the styrofoam. There we go. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this on the floor, and I'm going to pick the splitter back up and put it on the table. So I'm going to see if this will fall out of the box here. There's our splitter. So I'm gonna look, we're gonna figure out, we've got some wheels to go on here and a handle and a few other things. So I'm gonna read the manual, I'll bring you back and I'll show you how we put everything on it. So the first step in installation is we have a handle that we need to install on the end here. You're gonna have to get yourself an Allen wrench because it doesn't come with one. But pretty straightforward. We're just going to tighten these two Allen screws and get our handle put on. Not going to tighten the first one until I get the other one started. It's always a good idea to start both screws and make sure everything is lining up before you get too crazy tightening anything. So this one is going in. We'll tighten both of these up. You don't want to get crazy with it because it's plastic, but pretty good solid steel construction. There's really nothing plastic at all on this little splitter, so that's kind of neat. I was expecting it to be a little more cheaply made, but it's actually pretty sturdy looking. So we've got our handle on. Now let's put some wheels on it. All right, so we got two wheels to go on here. Wheel is going to go on, and then I'm going to move you out just a little bit here. Then we've got a washer and a small cotter pin. We'll put the cotter pin in, and that's to hold the washer and to keep everything from sliding out of the way. I'm going to turn that. Slide that in. We're going to bend the cotter pin down so that it can't come out. And then we have a black plastic cap, and the cap just simply snaps in like so. I say like so. There we go. So one wheel on, and then we're going to go to the other side and put the other one on. We'll bring it back when we're done. Okay guys, so it's all put together. You've got an electrical cord that plugs into a standard 110 volt outlet. You've got a button here that starts your hydraulic pump. And then you have a safety lever here that you have to pull down to get the ram to go forward. So when I pull this down and push the button, you're going to see the ram advance. Now if I let off the button and I hold the lever down, the ram stays where it's supposed to. If I let go of this, that's what lets the ram come back, and it comes back with a spring to the end again. Also, I'm going to show you down here, there's a stop. So we're going to go get some firewood, and you can set this so it only travels a certain distance, which has me intrigued already about some 8-inch barbecue wood. So we're going to bring a couple pieces of that too. Maybe this is just the ticket for what we need for our barbecue restaurant for right now. I don't know, guys. Sometimes it's not the most expensive thing in the world that makes it the easiest for you. This right here, this is pretty inexpensive. We'll cover the price on this in just a little bit, but I want to put it to work first and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so right here is a set collar. When the ram comes ahead, you'll see the handle move that way, and that's what has the spring hook to it. But we can tighten this collar to keep this ram from coming all the way back. So I'm going to start this up. We're going to run it ahead almost to our barbecue wood, and we're going to stop. So I know all my pieces are really uniform in length, so I'm okay with that. I'm going to move this back, almost back to the block, not quite. And that's going to give us a little bit more distance, because when I let go of the handle, it's going to come back. Oh, I didn't tighten it enough. It's going to come back and stop. So now that's holding that, or it's supposed to. It's not. Let's try again here. All right. So it stops, it doesn't come all the way back. Now, let's see how far ahead this goes. I don't know how far it truly travels. I don't know if this is going to be enough to split our barbecue wood or not, but let's give it a shot and see what happens. So that's the end of our split, but for this oak that the restaurant wants, it's actually, I think, gonna be perfect. It's doing exactly what we want it to. Nice short cycles. And honestly, if I was doing this, I probably wouldn't stop. I'd let them fall right on the ground. But this is working perfect for our restaurant wood. It's splitting it apart perfectly. So we'll run a couple more pieces of this, and then we'll try some 16-inch regular firewood to resplit. So this particular customer, they don't want anything much bigger than 2.5 inches for a split size. And we're doing pretty good with staying there. Now again, make sure your wife is understanding like mine, because if she comes home and sees me splitting at the kitchen table, I don't know, I might be in trouble. But if I was sitting in the garage, I did it in here because the wood stove was warm, but this is really pretty perfect. So not bad at all. Nice splits, nice small splits to dry for our barbecue wood. So I think that works pretty good. I'm gonna run the ram ahead, and then we're gonna put it and set it for some 16-inch wood. So I've stopped it. Now we'll loosen the clamp. We'll slide it all the way up ahead. Just like that, and we'll let our handle go, and it's gonna come all the way back. Now we're at our end stop position. All right, so we're gonna set a piece of this 16-inch wood on here. And we're gonna run the ram ahead. I'm gonna move you back just a little bit because you'll see the handle come out towards you. We're gonna run this ahead and set our clamp so that we're close to the back of our wood again. I'm going to stop a couple of inches before because some of this stuff is not the most consistent cut. Gramp didn't cut it. This is wood we've bought from other people. So I'll set the clamp again. Hard to do with one hand. Now remember, we got to set it tight and it stops us. So now we're set for our wood. I'm going to split a couple pieces this way, then we'll move you around a little bit, but let's try it and see what happens. Pretty quick. I don't think you can ask for a whole lot better than that. Let's try a piece of beech. Not bad at all. Works great. So let's move and get you a different angle. Alright, so we're too long, so all we have to do is we're going to run it ahead, and I'm going to take the clamp and I'm going to move it all the way back just so we get more room. So we'll loosen our clamp. This is one place where being consistent with your cut length can make a big difference. This splitter is not a speed demon, but so far it's doing a really good job. So we'll let this come all the way back. And our piece of wood fits in there no problem now. We'll run it ahead and split it. Let it come back. That was a pretty tough, stringy piece of beech right there. Split it no problem. So let me move you one more angle and we'll do a little more. We'll do a little bird's eye view for these next couple of pieces. It's a pretty good sized piece of beech right there, but this is rated at 6.5 tons. I don't really foresee there being any issue splitting this at all, so let's see. No problem. And we've got one last piece here we'll try. That's got a crooked cut on it. I saw that getting ready to kick out, so we're going to swap it around. No problem at all. So not bad at all, guys. So do you need a $20,000 log splitter if you're only doing a few cord of firewood a year for yourself? No, I don't think so. We've been splitting wood right at the kitchen table. Don't tell my wife. But she knows I'm crazy. She wouldn't expect anything less. But this works really good for what it is, making nice small splits. This will be great in the garage for bundles or bags. And I think it has a place, and I'm going to show you what else I think it has a place with. I think you could get started doing firewood for under $400 minus the cost of your wood. And I'm going to show you how in just a minute. But first I want to split just a little more barbecue wood because I liked that. All right, so same procedure as before. We're going to put a small piece of oak on here. That's our 8-inch smoker wood. We're going to run the ram ahead and set our lock collar. And as long as I hold my handle, the ram does not retract, so I can set my clamp. Remember, you want to get that good and tight, especially when it's further out, because I think the spring is tighter. And that held it. Oh, nope. Yep, there we go. So that held it. Gave us a little bit of space too, and that's good. So I'm going to sit down. We're going to split a few pieces of wood, and then I'm going to show you how you can get started with firewood for under 400 bucks. You heard what I said, under 400 bucks. Nice thing with oak, and especially if you can pick it, nice straight grain splits nice. I mean, that was a quick work of that. It's safer than a hatchet by far, and it's not taxing physically at all. I could do this all day long if I needed to and never get tired. So, do I think that this has a place? Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you where in just a few minutes, because right now, this 8-inch wood, we don't sell a lot of it at all. So with small volume, what we have will take care of it, no problem. But again, this machine doesn't get tired or need a break, so you could do this all day. And yes, I know, and there will be comments that you could bypass the safety handle or something like that, and you could run it with one hand. This works perfectly fine the way it is without bypassing anything. I'm going to run it ahead and I'm going to let it go all the way back, and then I'm going to go get something else. And again, I'm going to show you guys how you can do firewood for under $400. So stay tuned. I don't know, there's just something about being simple sometimes. It can be so much nicer. This is pretty primitive and simple. And it fits on the kitchen table. Just, again, make sure your wife is understanding like mine before you start splitting wood at the kitchen table, or you're gonna be in trouble. That right there, guys, is how you can start a firewood business for under $400. Let me tell you a little bit more about it. I'm gonna tell you why I'm not just saying it's a gimmick. I'll explain everything in a minute. About a month ago, I was contacted by Vivor, right here, and they said, we want you to try one of our 58cc chainsaws. And my first gut reaction was, nope, not gonna do it. Said it's a $100 chainsaw. But then I got thinking about it. Not everybody does firewood for a living like I do. Some people, they only burn a cord of firewood a year. Some people only burn 2. So this Vivor chainsaw right here is about $100, shipped to your door, And I gotta tell you, I'm gonna put a little clip in this video of Gramp running this thing. It's the real deal. What do you think of that for $100?
That's well worth it.
I'm impressed.
I wouldn't hesitate to buy one.
Well, there you go. You heard it from Gramp himself. He wouldn't hesitate to buy one. It sounds good. It runs good. I think with a good sharpening on it, that'd be a pretty good cutting little saw. I was blown away and shocked. Yes, it's plastic. Yes, it's not composite materials and things like that. This is not a pro-grade chainsaw, but for a homeowner or for a very small firewood producer, this Vevor chainsaw is pretty stinking great, I gotta tell you. We're gonna have a full review video coming out on this later on, and Vevor has asked that we wait to put the video out because they do not have these in stock right now. They are so hot they can't keep them in stock. And I gotta tell you, there's a reason for that, guys. This saw is pretty good. For $100, I don't think you can go wrong. And we've got a review video coming for it, so stay tuned for that. But this Bilt Hard splitter right here runs on a 110 volt outlet, 6.5 tons of splitting force. It'll take a maximum of a 21-inch long log. And I gotta tell you, I was really impressed. We did 8-inch smoker wood with it. We did 16-inch split firewood with it for me. It didn't struggle with any of it. It's light, it's easy to move around. If you had a generator, you could bring this, go right remote with it, plug it into an outside outlet on the house. There's so many options that you can use to get started with this. This would be excellent for beside a wood stove in a garage or a shop, preferably not on the kitchen table, but again, better to ask for forgiveness than permission, because if I told her I wanted split wood on the kitchen table, it probably would have been a no. But I think this is a really good machine for resplits. I think it's going to be a really good machine for smaller diameter firewood. And we're going to try it with some real firewood later on, but these are just the first splits. But for somebody that thought, hey, maybe I want to sell a few bundles every year, or I want a small roadside stand, I only want to do a couple of cords a year. $299 right there. And the Vevor chainsaw, $100. $399, under $400. You've got a firewood operation to get started with. Everybody has to start somewhere, but I think there's a lot of people, this $400 price point is exactly what they're looking for, so I don't think that you can go wrong. So here is what I would use if it was me and I was on a really limited budget. You can get started for $400 right here. So if you can't swing an axe, or you can't swing them all. If you can swing an axe or swing them all for about $150 with this Vevor and a Fiskars, you can go to work. But I'm going to tell you, when you get to the naughty, nasty stuff, this Bilt Hard's going to split it when you're going to be struggling with your axe or your maul. So remember, guys, a little bit every day goes a long way. This is a little bit right here, but if you used it every day, how much wood could you get done? I don't know. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you think I'm crazy. I'm not getting paid for these promotions. We got the chainsaw given to us for a demo. We got the splitter given to us for a demo. Not getting paid at all. We got the equipment. I think it has a purpose, and I think it has a point, and I think the whole deal with our channel, a little bit every day goes a long way. This makes sense right here. So if you're thinking about getting started and you don't want to throw thousands of dollars down on pro saws and commercial log splitters, this gets you going right here. So help someone if you can, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. You're going to want to watch the review on this saw. That's all I'm going to tell you, because it was not what I expected at all. And Gramp actually talks about it.